Hey gang, what's going on? So, in other videos over the past couple of years, I've talked about testing yourself at 1 mile as a way of gauging your accurate fitness. And this is very important if you're a coach and you have athletes who are going to run cross country, or you're running, you just want to test yourself at a certain point if you haven't raced in a while. And basically, if you run about 6 to 8 weeks of base running, fundamental running, you're back into where you were just from scratch. After about that much running, you can accurately test your current fitness for 1 mile. And what that'll do is help you set your training paces for everything, or help you set your athletes' training paces for everything, meaning easy runs, progression runs, steadies, tempos, workouts, and everything. So that's one of the things we talked about. If you haven't looked at those, take a look at the video. I've broken it down from 8 minutes all the way down to 4 minutes for training paces and everything. So all the work is already done for you. So if you're a coach or an athlete, you like that type of data, this is a great channel for you. So be sure to subscribe. If you enjoy the content, give a thumbs up too. It's greatly thank you. I thank you greatly for it. Now, here's another little helpful tip for summer running. Okay, progressing towards testing your athletes or testing yourself at the end of the summer. Here's something you can do as well. Okay, and it's basically running test. You can test yourself a little bit differently. You do let's just say you do your recovery run, 4 miles, 6 miles, 8 miles, or whatever it is. And at that point, if there's a track or a course around you or whatever, go test yourself at 400 meters after the run. See how well you accelerate when you're already tired from running, especially in the summer run, in the summer months where the weather's hot. And a couple weeks later, bump it up to 600 meters. See if you're running a similar pace than you're in the 400 meters. Okay. And a couple weeks after that, test yourself at 800 meters always after a recovery run. Okay. And see how well you're progressing, and see how close this might set you up towards testing yourself at a mile. For a mile time trial, you'd be doing it in the beginning, after warm-up drills, strides, and stuff like that. You won't be doing it after a recovery run, or 4 to 6, 8 miles, or whatever. It might be 10 miles. So what this does, it helps you test yourself and see how well you respond to picking up the pace or accelerating when your body's already fatigued from running. Okay, this simulates also the end of a race. So, but it also puts you in a position to see how well you can transition into how close you are to running a fresh mile. Okay, and if you can get to the point where you're running in 800 meters after a run at about your goal mile pace, you're in pretty good shape. So, just something that's a helpful tip that I would encourage folks to do every couple of weeks in the summer, just to throw some acceleration in the legs, spice things up a little bit, so you're not just running miles upon miles upon miles upon miles. And I don't do that anyway with my summer running programs. We add some variety every couple of weeks to spice up the training as well. So you stay engaged, and you're also ready to transition into the more intense stuff later on. So, but this is a great way of doing it. I find it to be a very helpful tip that I wanted to get to you. So again, testing yourself at 400 after a recovery run. A couple weeks later, test yourself at 600 after a recovery run. A couple weeks later, test yourself after 800 after a recovery run. Let me know what you think, gang. Load up the comments. Talk to you soon.